Arizona, a land of deserts, canyons, and endless skies. But beneath the sun-scorched landscapes lies a history that few truly know. A story of ambition, survival, betrayal, and resilience. Today, we're uncovering the untold history of Arizona, a history that will make you see this state in a completely different light. Long before it became the 48th state of the United States, Arizona was a land of ancient civilizations. The Hohokam people, known as the Canal Builders, thrived here more than 1,000 years ago. They carved intricate irrigation systems into the desert, turning arid land into fertile fields. What's astonishing is that some of these canals are still in use today. Imagine living in a place so unforgiving, yet building a civilization that could outlast centuries. But the Hohokam mysteriously disappeared around 1450, leaving behind ruins and unanswered questions. What forced an entire civilization to vanish from the desert? Was it drought, conflict, or something even darker? When European explorers arrived, Arizona's story took a violent turn. Spanish conquistadors entered the land in the 16th century, claiming it in the name of Spain. For the native tribes, this marked the beginning of a long struggle to survive. The Apache, Navajo, and Hopi resisted fiercely, refusing to surrender their home. One remarkable story is that of Geronimo, the Apache warrior who became a legend. He escaped countless captures and raids, symbolizing a relentless fight for freedom. Geronimo's life reminds us that Arizona's history is not just about borders or settlements. It's about people fighting to preserve their identity against overwhelming odds. Fast forward to the 19th century. Arizona became a part of the United States after the Mexican-American War. But even then, peace was elusive. The Arizona Territory was wild, lawless, and dangerous. Outlaws roamed the deserts, and infamous names like the Clanton Gang, connected to the legendary gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone, made the state infamous. But here's the part most people don't know. The OK Corral gunfight wasn't just a shootout. It was the climax of a complex feud, fueled by land disputes, politics, and personal grudges. Behind the bullets and drama, entire communities were caught in a web of fear and survival. Arizona also has a darker, almost forgotten chapter in labor history. In the early 20th century, miners working in copper and silver mines faced brutal conditions. Many were immigrants, lured by the promise of work, but trapped by debt and harsh laws. In 1917, the Bisbee deportation saw over 1,000 striking miners forcibly removed from their homes and sent into the desert without food, water, or protection. Many nearly died before being rescued. This shocking act, often erased from mainstream history, shows the human cost of progress and the harsh realities of life in Arizona's mining towns. Then came the age of transformation. Arizona's deserts became a canvas for innovation. The construction of the Hoover Dam in the 1930s brought hope, electricity, and water to millions. Yet the project came at a staggering human cost. Thousands of workers endured dangerous conditions, and hundreds lost their lives. Their stories are largely forgotten, but their sacrifices literally shaped the state we know today. Without them, Phoenix might never have become the sprawling metropolis it is now. But Arizona isn't just about deserts, dams, and gunfights. It's also about hidden oases of culture and creativity. In the 1960s and 70s, the state became a haven for artists, writers, and thinkers seeking inspiration from the vast landscapes. One story stands out. A small group of Native American potters in the Hopi and Navajo communities revived ancient techniques almost lost to time. Blending tradition with modern art, their work not only preserved centuries of knowledge, but also challenged the world to recognize the beauty and depth of indigenous culture. And here is something that will surprise you. Arizona was a secret hub for espionage during World War II. The deserts provided perfect cover for training spies and testing advanced aircraft. Some of the abandoned airstrips and ghost towns still hide remnants of that secretive past. People passing through today would never suspect that their quiet desert drive once hosted covert operations that shaped the course of global history. Even nature itself has left a mark on Arizona's history. The Grand Canyon, perhaps the most iconic landscape in America, has its own stories of survival and discovery. In 1909, John Wesley Powell, a one-armed Civil War veteran, led a daring expedition down the Colorado River. Facing raging rapids, starvation, and the unknown, Powell and his team documented geological wonders that scientists are still studying today. Their courage reminds us that Arizona's history is as much about human tenacity as it is about natural grandeur. Finally, there's a lesson in Arizona's untold history that resonates today. From vanished civilizations to resilient tribes, from labor struggles to acts of courage, Arizona is a land where every stone, canyon, and river tells a story. Stories that challenge what we think we know. Stories of people whose voices were almost lost to time. And stories that continue to shape the identity of this incredible state. So, next time you look at Arizona, don't just see deserts or cities. See a land that has witnessed triumph and tragedy, rebellion and innovation, and lives that fought to be remembered. Because the true history of Arizona isn't written on maps. It's etched into the very heart of its people and landscapes, waiting for those willing to uncover it.